Snakes are far from being as monstrous as people often imagine. The Bible has really influenced the collective imagination, convincing us that snakes are small, crawling, evil monsters. But they aren't. Some are actually incredible. But, let's not talk about those today. Today we will talk about the deadliest snakes. These are the 20 most dangerous snake encounters caught on camera. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now let's get started. Number 1. Grandma gets a visit from a snake. If you're not a fan of snakes, brace yourself for the next story because it's truly surprising. In a shocking incident captured on video in Thailand, an elderly woman was attacked by a snake while peacefully sleeping in her home. The incident occurred in 2019, and the footage clearly shows the grandmother calmly resting in her bed when, suddenly, a slithering reptile enters her room, looking for an unsuspecting victim. Fortunately, she noticed some movement nearby and woke up just in time to see the sneaky intruder approaching. Once she realized what was happening, she quickly sprang into action, managing to get to a safe place and call for help to remove the snake from her house. This distressing episode serves as an important reminder for all of us. When you go to sleep at night, it's wise to check that doors and windows are securely locked. Better safe than sorry, right? It's a lesson in vigilance that we can all benefit from, especially in areas where wildlife is abundant. You can never be too cautious when it comes to unexpected visitors, especially those with scales. Number 2. Sewer fishing goes wrong. In June 2019, a group of friends decided to embark on a sewer fishing adventure in Miami, hoping to catch something exciting and unusual. They had identified a specific sewer they wanted to explore and were eager to begin their search for a big fish. Fortunately, they didn't make the rookie mistake of simply opening the sewer to check for snakes inside. Instead, they wisely called their friend Jacob, a snake capture expert, for assistance and guidance. Jacob approached the sewer cautiously, and the tension mounted as he prepared to see what lay below. With steady hands, he plunged into the dark depths, slowly pulling up what turned out to be an enormous 4.5-meter-long snake. As they filmed the encounter, Jacob revealed the snake's massive body, highlighting the impressive size of the creature. The thrilling capture became quite a spectacle, showcasing both the unpredictability of sewer fishing and the importance of having an expert around. This experience was undoubtedly something they wouldn't forget anytime soon. Number 3. Snake lurking from its hiding spot. Have you ever been so comfortable that you completely forgot there was a potential threat lurking nearby? That's exactly what happened to a man named Gerald Haywood in 2017 when he visited a friend in Lilton, Oklahoma. He encountered an unexpected visitor that quickly took him out of his comfort zone, as revealed by the footage. Gerald had just arrived at his friend's house when he opened the door and was confronted by a snake that suddenly emerged from its hiding spot. It wasn't just any snake. It was a bull snake, measuring about 1.5 meters long. In a shocking moment, the snake attacked Gerald, striking him right in the eye. In an instinctive reflex, he ran into the house and urgently asked his friend Rodney to take him to the hospital. Fortunately, the snake barely grazed his eye, and since it wasn't venomous, Gerald didn't need extensive medical treatment. However, it's admirable how quickly he acted to seek help immediately. It was a huge relief to know that he came out of this disturbing incident relatively unharmed, but it certainly serves as a reminder to always be aware of your surroundings. Number 4. Robert Irwin gets bitten on the face. If you grew up watching wildlife documentaries, you're probably familiar with the legendary Steve Irwin, the Australian zoologist and conservationist. His dedication to educating the public about animals left a lasting impact, inspiring many, including his son Robert Irwin, who followed in his father's footsteps. Robert also made a name for himself in the world of wildlife conservation. In an emotional 2021 clip, Robert was seen interacting with a large python when things took an unexpected turn. Suddenly, the snake bit Robert in the face. Robert later explained that the python felt threatened and resorted to biting as a defensive reaction, despite not having venom to inject. Although the bite wasn't fatal, it certainly left its mark. The video captures the moment, showing the extent of the injury. Even without fangs or venom, it's clear that a snake bite can still cause quite a bit of pain. Number 5. Snake interrupts a drink session. Imagine the scene. You're enjoying a laid-back evening with friends, sipping drinks and savoring good food, when you're suddenly interrupted by an unexpected guest. In a bizarre incident captured by security cameras, a group of friends had their fun abruptly interrupted when a striped snake decided to join the gathering. This happened a few years ago while the friends were relaxing, completely unaware of the creeping visitor approaching. Fortunately, one of the group members stood up to stretch and was surprised to see the snake coiled near their feet. What incredible luck! The friends quickly reacted, avoiding the snake and giving it space. The reptile seemed just as scared as they were, and with some quick thinking, they managed to move it away without anyone getting hurt. It's a funny yet eye-opening reminder that nature can surprise us in the most unexpected moments. Number 6. Man tests a snake and finds out. When it comes to dealing with snakes, it's a universal truth that these creatures don't like being provoked or tested. However, one man seemed to completely ignore this fact, displaying a reckless attitude. He decided to mock a python, and the result was a lesson learned the hard way. The video shows the man having too much fun while playing with the snake. He even held it dangerously close to his face, thinking it would make for some fun content. But the python had other ideas. As soon as it felt cornered, it struck, biting him right on the head. That'll teach him not to mess with a powerful reptile. Fortunately, the snake wasn't venomous, meaning the bite didn't pose a serious health risk. However, I can imagine how much it must have hurt. It's a clear reminder that snakes, regardless of their species, can react unpredictably if they feel threatened. Number 7. Venomous snake attacks girl. When it comes to snakes, few places can rival the rich and dangerous variety of Australia. This country is home to numerous snake species, and one encounter in particular took a scary turn for a little girl captured on video in 2020. The incident took place in Queensland when an eastern brown snake decided to make a sudden appearance, frightening the girl and her family while they were doing laundry. The girl, her mother, and her sister were completely unprepared when the snake lunged while the mother was trying to lock the door. In the midst of the chaos, the mother quickly gathered her daughters to safety, although the process was far from smooth. What's interesting is that after the dust settled, the girl's father finally showed up to see what was going on, though from the wrong direction. Talk about dramatic timing. His delayed arrival added an unexpected twist to the already tense situation, but fortunately, everyone managed to escape unharmed. Number 8. Python bites Chinese tourist during a kiss. First of all, I can't imagine any reason to try to kiss a python, no matter how docile it may seem. These creatures are still snakes, and they can be extremely unpredictable. But don't just take my word for it. Let's look at what happened to a tourist during a visit to a zoo in Phuket, Thailand, in 2016. This 29-year-old individual suddenly felt the need to give a kiss to a reticulated python. Why on earth would anyone think this was a good idea? Honestly, I have no idea. But the python definitely wasn't in the mood for affection, especially from a stranger invading its personal space. Maybe it was feeling mischievous and wanted some interaction, just not in the way the tourist expected. As soon as the kiss was attempted, the python reacted, biting the unsuspecting tourist's face. Fortunately, the handlers managed to intervene before the situation got worse, but the unfortunate tourist ended up with some pretty serious injuries. In fact, reports indicate he received around $3,700 in compensation, which likely helped cover his medical expenses. This incident serves as a clear reminder: never underestimate a snake's instincts. It's a valuable lesson in respecting wildlife and understanding that they may not be as friendly as they seem. Number 9. Giant python gets too close to animal handler. If there's one job I absolutely wouldn't want, it's working in a snake sanctuary, especially when it comes to keeping these reptiles happy and well fed. Sure, snakes can be handled, but they are still unpredictable creatures. You might be playing with one, and suddenly, it turns and strikes without warning. Take this incident, for example. In a video from August 2019, a staff member at a snake shelter decided to interact with a large python, expecting a friendly exchange. But out of nowhere, the snake lunged straight at his chest, catching him by surprise. Although this particular snake wasn't venomous, the bite could still cause quite a bit of stress and panic. I can't imagine being in that situation. The scenario escalated when the worker tried to handle the python again, only to find it slowly coiling around him, as if preparing to swallow him whole. The strength of the snake's grip must have been alarming, but fortunately, he managed to reposition the snake in time. However, the clear message was given. This python just wanted its space and to be left alone. Next time, it's better to give snakes their personal bubble. Number 12. Venom extraction failure. Among the many species of snakes, rattlesnakes are notorious for their lethal venom and fierce reputation. They use their rattles as a warning signal for potential threats, but even that doesn't guarantee safety. In a cautionary tale from 2010, herpetologist George Van Horn found himself getting bitten by a rattlesnake while attempting to extract venom at the Reptile World Serpentarium in St. Cloud, Florida. Oh, he was out of luck. George wasn't a novice. He was an experienced handler who had worked with various reptiles over the years. However, he underestimated the situation and got too close to the snake during the extraction process, resulting in a painful bite to his hand. Fortunately, the Serpentarium was well equipped with anti-venom, allowing for a quick response to George's emergency. This incident highlights the unpredictable nature of wild animals and serves as a reminder that even the most experienced handlers can face unexpected dangers. It seems the rattlesnake just wanted to remind George that even in the world of reptiles, one must always exercise caution. Number 13. Boa constrictor won't let go of Dutch woman's hand. Have you ever seen those challenge shows that encourage you to face your fears in the most absurd ways? Well, I think I'll stay far away from those, especially after hearing this story. In a wild segment in the Netherlands, a show called Real Girls in the Jungle challenged participants to confront their anxieties. One brave participant had to open a mysterious box, which she soon discovered contained a live boa constrictor. You might think she'd quit right then and there, but no, she continued with the challenge. Unfortunately, the boa constrictor interpreted this as an invitation to latch onto her arm and wouldn't let go. Despite 3 handlers trying to help her, the effort became a real Herculean task. The scene was both alarming and eye-opening, illustrating just how powerful these snakes can be when they feel threatened. This incident is certainly a reminder. It's better to think twice before provoking a sleeping python, especially when it has enough strength to resist multiple people. Number 14. Pet snake attacks woman. The idea of having a snake as a pet can be tempting for many, but it's crucial to remember that these creatures are still wild animals, no matter how domesticated they may seem. In a shocking 2010 video, a woman is seen caring for her pet snake when suddenly, the animal strikes at her with surprising speed. The footage is a clear reminder of how a seemingly calm situation can quickly turn into danger. Do you need help? No, I'll be fine. Despite her efforts to control the snake, it coils tightly around the woman's body, demonstrating how powerful and fast a python can be when threatened or agitated. Even with another person trying to help, the situation becomes dramatic as the snake continues the attack. The woman begins to lose blood, highlighting the real risks of keeping such an animal at home. This incident serves as a warning about the unpredictable nature of snakes, reminding us that no matter how friendly they may seem, they can pose significant dangers. Safety should always be a priority when dealing with any wild animal, especially one with the potential to cause harm. Number 15. Rabbit defends her babies from a snake. Although rabbits may seem adorable and innocent, they can be incredibly fierce and determined when it comes to protecting their young. In a dramatic 2015 clip, an American black snake is seen coiling around a baby rabbit, seemingly preparing for a meal. Confident in its position, the snake acts slowly, unaware of the danger that is close by. The mother is nearby. The mother rabbit, sensing the imminent threat to her babies, springs into action without hesitation. With fierce determination and instinct, she quickly assesses the situation and focuses all her energy on confronting the snake that threatens her baby. The tension is palpable as she fiercely defends her little one, refusing to back down against the much larger predator. Despite the snake's attempts to escape, the mother rabbit does not let go until her baby is completely safe. This encounter highlights the incredible instincts of animal mothers, showing that even the smallest creatures can face formidable opponents. It reminds us of how far a parent will go to protect their child in dangerous situations. Number 16. Giant python found underground. Snakes are true masters of camouflage, often hiding in plain sight to rest or lurk for their next meal without drawing attention. In this fascinating clip, we see a group of snake hunters in Vietnam who stumble upon a massive python cleverly hidden underground, perfectly camouflaged in its environment. Reports indicate that these hunters were inspecting the area for possible reptilian inhabitants when, unexpectedly, they discovered the snake's hideout. As they began to dig, they were surprised by what they found beneath the rubble. One of the largest pythons you could imagine. The impressive size and strength of this incredible creature were evident, as it seemed like it had just enjoyed a substantial meal and was ready to hibernate peacefully. This reminds us of how skilled these reptiles are at avoiding detection, showcasing their ability to adapt perfectly to their environment. Encounters like this reveal just how resilient and cunning wildlife can be, especially in its natural habitats. Number 17. Mother python attacks an animal handler. Mothers will do anything to protect their offspring, and snakes are no exception to this rule. Although these reptiles are generally known as predators, they can become extremely protective when it comes to their own young. In this stunning 2021 video, renowned animal handler Jay Brewer finds himself in a delicate situation while attempting to retrieve the eggs of a python. From the moment Jay approaches, it's clear that the mother python is on high alert. She perceives a significant threat to her nest and is fully prepared to defend her precious eggs from any perceived danger. As soon as Jay gets a little too close and lowers his guard, the python acts quickly with remarkable speed and agility. Fortunately, Jay's quick reflexes kick in, allowing him to escape a potentially dangerous encounter. This vivid scene shows how even the calmest creatures can become fierce protectors when their offspring are at risk. This incident highlights the maternal instinct that drives mothers across the animal kingdom, whether they are mammals or reptiles. Number 18. The snake charmer disaster. Snake charmers are performers who captivate the audience with their ability to calm and seemingly control snakes. To many, it seems like they share a telepathic connection with these reptiles. However, even the most skilled charmers can find themselves in danger. In a harrowing clip, a 35-year-old snake charmer is seen performing with a king cobra. Everything seemed to be going well until, unexpectedly, the snake bit his arm. According to reports, the charmer lost consciousness shortly after the bite and was quickly taken to a nearby hospital. There, the doctors were able to administer the antidote and save his life. However, he spent 3 days recovering from the incident. If I were in his shoes, I'd probably reconsider my career as a snake charmer. Risking my life for entertainment doesn't seem appealing. This incident highlights the reality that we all must be cautious when handling snakes. Although we may admire their beauty and mystery, no one wants to become a victim. Remember, it's always better to prioritize safety over curiosity. Number 20. Brave dog faces a king cobra. If you spot a king cobra slithering in your garden, your first reaction might be to run for safety. However, this brave dog had other plans. Faced with a massive king cobra, almost 4 meters long, it refused to back down, turning what could have been a terrifying encounter into an impressive display of courage. The tension was palpable as the two faced off, but fortunately, another dog came to help. Those who understand snakes know that having a numerical advantage doesn't always guarantee safety, especially against a formidable opponent like a cobra. However, these brave dogs managed to work together and in the end, drove the intruder away. Their unity reminds us of the importance of solidarity in the face of challenges. It's an emotional moment that shows not only courage, but also the unbreakable bond between these canine companions. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Don't forget to check out other interesting content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.